how does AI interact into this growing demand, and how could it help you? How do you think it's potentially changing the narrative today? Obviously, we have to talk about that.
Well, that's a really good point. I love AI personally. I know there's a lot who don't, and I respect that, and I can understand why as well. I actually love it, and I think it's like anything that is a trend. Whether you like it or not, it's very big. It's here to stay.
Mhm,
Embrace it or not, but it's here. So if you ignore it, you're going to get swamped. You're going to get overwhelmed by it. So I think, regardless, better to just embrace it.
mhm,
So that's my first thing. So go learn about it, find out what it can do, and start using it. The second thing is that I think that one of the things that customer success managers themselves have feel frustrated by sometimes is administration and general, like, boring work, filling in forms and
mhm.
calculating data and creating reports and
Yeah.
doing research, generating emails, doing all of these types of things. Actually, can AI is really good at that sort of stuff. So if we can get the pooter to do these things for us, this frees us up as humans to do the interaction bit that the pooter can't do, right?
Mhm.
Human interaction, funnily enough, requires humans. I mean, that's thankfully there's something that AI can't do, and it can't
Yeah.
do human interaction. It
Yes.
can, of course, it can do AI to human interaction,
Human,
but it can't
yes.
do human to human interaction because it's not yet a human. So that bit, that relationship forming, that trust development, that understanding of the client, making them feel comfortable that we know what they know, we know what their limitations and their benefits are and what they need, and being in a safe pair of hands and building that relationship. That is the time that we want to spend as much of as possible in customer success management. That's the gold dust.
Mm,
The dull stuff, the quartz that makes up most of the rock, that's the emails and the research and the reports and the and the calculations and all of those things. Well, we
mhm.
can actually, automate a lot of it. So it's not all AI either. I mean, automation in general, right? So
Mhm.
automate it where possible, so that
Yeah.
we're not doing it. It's an online thing that does it. Self-service where possible. Don't think that's second grade for the client. And you're not offering like a better service by you doing it yourself. That may not be the case at all. From their point of view, they wanted it at 3 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Funnily enough, you're not available at 3 o'clock on a Sunday morning. But if it had been self-service, it would have been.
Mm,
Okay, so actually, self-service does not mean second rate, especially if it's an option, by the way, rather than just, well, you have to do it that way. And
right.
if you do have it, then of course it needs to work well and not be frustrating. Need to point that
Mhm,
out. And then let AI do a lot of your thinking and your creating and your writing and your researching and your understanding. Meetings like this, where you have a meeting with the client, and it can come up with not just with notes, but, as I'm sure everyone has seen, it comes up with notes and tells you, look, they were thinking this at this point, and you didn't
mhm.
realize it, and you should have responded down that, but you didn't. But you've got a chance now. You can go back and and follow that up with them. So it's going to give you so much insight to do more if you can use the power of AI to free you up then to do the actual talking to the client, building the relationship.
Yeah, and I think what is underestimated here is the critical thinking time. We're so usually so busy doing, or have been, which is where the pressure comes in because time is limited, um, and therefore we go from one thing to another without really having the strategic
Right.
thinking time.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have we been to a meeting where we said, I'm really sorry, I had to dash for the last minute. I'm sorry I'm a minute late to this meeting, right? Now, a minute late, everyone's going to go, yeah, it doesn't matter. We didn't mind. But what does it show? It shows what you just said, Minna, is absolutely 100% correct. We have had no thinking time.
Mm,
We weren't 2 minutes late because that was a minute late from the meeting and then a minute to gather our thoughts. Oh, no,
mhm.
no, no. It was, we went whoosh straight into the next meeting, giving it no thought whatsoever. Oh, what are we doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
A
Yeah, yeah.
great point. Great point. Yeah,
And yet
we need that time.
we need that time, we need the pause, and you need to think to be in that moment, in that presence moment of with the next customer when you are in that meeting, so that you can bring them maximum value in that conversation because you're present at that point in time.